It's Friday. We do this every Friday at 5 o'clock PDT time here at the BearThoughts channel. If you haven't, stay tuned. If you haven't got anybody else new to the channel, be sure to share this around. Help us get our name around it. I'm at 113 subscribers. Thank you for those who have been subscribing. Real big help. But those who've been leaving comments and likes down below the videos and hear the podcast as well. We're not just a YouTube channel. We're also a podcast. So, thanks. Please, support the channel and help us. And of course, you can always support us with our Dubby sponsors. Thank you, Dubby, for sponsoring both of us and giving us a shot. And
seriously,
yeah.
Dubby be keeping me awake in the mornings, bro. I don't got to wear like a Dubby shaker is what I grab before I leave to go to work. I drink that shit because I be like, ooh, I'm alert again.
Yeah. So and they're pretty nice. I think I got a coupon for like $5 off the other day for them. I do a little quick survey, and I want to get one soon. I just gotta get paid out again. Because unfortunately, all the money I got went toward bills and groceries because that's still not very good. I am not happy about that, but
you have to eat and you have to have place to sleep.
yeah,
So
kind of more important than putting money back into my streams, what I normally do. But all right, so this week I have a couple topic pieces. Hope you got some, but I want to jump into. I want to jump right here because I know these are topics that you can get into very big. Because I'm pretty sure you have maybe more knowledge than I do, at least a fair amount when it comes to how they're done. They're program related, but both of them.
okay.
One of them is AI art. Have you seen AI art or anything of lately?
Actually, I have. Believe it or not, we've been tinkering with some beta testing some AI programs to do some of the art on the back end that's for like our screen overlays and stuff for our websites.
Okay. And some people are okay. I call me stupid. I don't quite get it. People are like honestly afraid that art or AI art is going to become almost sentient because humans have like two things that we are specifically good at: free thinking and stylistic art, imagining art, the imagination to produce art. And
Yeah.
now AI is literally able to do it and take it to such like, if you have not seen this before, chat viewers, go check it out. Just type in AI art, go Google it, go watch a video on it. It is amazing the work they can do, and almost to a point where if you would tell me this was made by a person, I would believe you. And is that scary?
Well, if you're one of those people that believe machines are really going to come to life and wipe us out, then yeah, it would scare the shit out of you. Quite frankly, uh, I am of the mind that if we create a machine that has the thought process enough to actually start making decisions for itself and do things for itself,
Bless you.
Then hello Star Trek. We found data. Okay.
Yeah. Some people can definitely go from that perspective, where it's not like, hey, it's our enemy. It's our friend that's really good at art.
Yeah. I mean, imagine having a friend that you could be like, hey, you see that 150-pound bench? Can you move that shit for me? And it's like, sure, I can do that. Where do you want it?
Also, I'm sorry for I'm a little bit allergic to bullshit. So
Oh, well, then you should be sneezing a lot because, I mean, there's some bullshit that be floating around in that area over there sometimes. Ow. Anyway.
That just proves it's not bullshit.
No, that proves it's totally bullshit because you felt the call out on it and hit me for it.
But yeah, people are gonna, I don't know. I feel like they're twisting it. Me, I'm in the mind of, as long as they don't all start connecting and all start thinking the same way and sticking going like a hive mind mentality. If each individual AI sentience, if they were called that, becomes to realize if they're living life, we're not all programmed and connected to each other. And when one of them goes, let's destroy all humans, the other ones would be like, no, bro, I like them. They like me.
Well, here's the thing. You can look at it from two standpoints. There's the possible outcome of having a sentient AI that legitimately is a friend to the race, which is what I would hope would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could create sentient AI and dump on it and treat it like shit, and then it get pissed off and want to wipe us all out, which is what I hope we wouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
However, human nature is human nature, and typically when we don't understand something and or we view something as inferior to ourselves, we treat it like utter shit, which then causes the problems that we have with whatever it is. So honestly, it won't be AI's fault if AI wakes up one day and decides to destroy the world. It'll be our fucking fault because we treated it in a way that it thought that that was the only logical process left to it.
Mm-mm. Okay, because there was this, I think either it was, I don't think it was Starlink, but I think, because Elon Musk owns Starlink, but I think they did an AI test and Google did an AI test, and both of them at some point, you can reset the AI and have a conversation, and it has thought process, and you ask it questions, and it'll start to gather its thoughts and its opinions, and both of them have found ways to get to the AI to get pissed off to go destroy all humans. And then they reset it and then got to the AI, but like, yeah, I don't know why I get upset. That's probably not a good thing. I think humans are great. So it's like human thought, right? You can piss off anybody that has their own way of thinking and make them like, you know what? Not worth it. Let's cut this out. It's a weed. And then another process where it's cool. It's fine. It's all right. And
It's like that with people. I
Mhm.
mean, one something that you may think is totally awesome and cool and make you happy, maybe something that pisses me off and make me want to go postal. It's all about the individual thought processes and how it views the situation at the time. Um, if we're talking about truly sentient AI, then what you're talking about is, for lack of a better term, a sentient being that has rights to have its feelings and thoughts the way it is, and with that comes the ability to make it angry, make it happy, make it sad, make it whatever, indifferent. Um, and the question is are we willing or are we capable at this point in our um development as a human race to take on the responsibility for a newly born, for lack of a better term, race or being, and teach it the proper way?
Creating life.
The answer in my opinion is fuck no, we're not.
No, we're not.
I mean, we're still having wars, for God's sakes, over shit like oil.
Mm. Mm.
We're we're having wars over bottom line on fucking invoices somewhere because somebody didn't make the profit they were supposed to make because some little group somewhere cock blocked them. Honestly, that just proves to me that by standards of life as a race, we are still fucking children. If we are
Uh,
still fighting over who blocked whose toys and who got the most allowance, we're still fucking children.
yeah. Uh,
We are not ready.
it's mostly like it's on the individual, right? Individuality was makes someone themselves and makes them
Right.
whether or not a good person or a bad person. Just like AI, it would be one of those things that's going, well, does the AI need to be attached to the internet? I would say no, because if you start looking at the broad span of the internet, you might see a lot of negative shit. Because, well, a lot of people feel like they're free on the internet to say and do whatever they want, even if it's at the expense of others or for a joke, right?
Well,
And
then,
look at our
right.
history.
And then you get into the people that it's around when it's first, I guess, awakened.
Hmm.
Um, the imprint is just like with a child. A child imprints on their parents. They inherently take on traits of their parents because it's what they see, it's what they're used to, it's what they think is appropriate because it's what's there. So do you not think something as advanced as a sentient AI wouldn't do the same fucking thing? So hey, let's not give Hitler a fucking artificial intelligence. That would be a good idea, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
and the possibility of hiding amongst us if the technology of replicating the human features and human distinction, and not noticing the difference between what is a regular human being and what is a person that can literally lift you off the feet by two fingers if they damn well please, because they have, you know, pistons and other, kind of robotic in the arm. Of course, they also were doing tests with the AI, and the AI was getting upset. One of them got upset because we always see them as a tool, because right now we're using the internet and computers and other things that are, um, for lack of better words, machines as well. They're not really, to our eyes, alive, because, well, they're just things that process what we need them to do. This, we see them as tools,
yes,
but it,
because they take inputted data and produce an outputted solution.
mhm,
They can't do that without data inputted, ergo they're not sentient.
mm,
But yes, to another machine that might be sentient, not understanding the difference between itself and a laptop sitting on a desk could be detrimental to how it develops. It could see us as an enemy out the gate because Grumpy got pissed off at a game and slapped his damn keyboard. That's not how you treat a machine, is what it's going to think. You don't
mhm,
treat us like that.
yeah,
But in your mind, you wouldn't treat it that way because it is sentient. It makes decisions. It can tell you, don't fucking touch me.
mhm,
But the laptop is inert. Without inputted data, there is no output. There is no output. So you don't view it the same way. So you have to figure out a way to teach that lesson as well and as early as possible. Because if you don't, again, Skynet will become real and we'll all fucking die.
yeah. As long as they don't go into, I think, anything that would go past the, what is it called when it's very human like, um, uncanny valley, you might say, when it
Yeah.
comes to trying to make the robot more human friendly. I know, a robot smiling would probably be more comfortable than some like computerized mech machine in front of you trying to face smile. It's more heartwarming if you have a human connection, if they look like one. But I don't think we should ever go there. It should be like 3PO and R2 all the way. Just you can distinct us from each other, because then we won't have that fear of, like, they could be hidden amongst us kind of moments. Like, are you? Do I just
Even,
stand on you?
but the thing is even then, at any point, once you give rise to an insentient AI,
Mm,
you take the control of that out of your own hands because any fucking sentient being that can learn to make itself look like us.
true. Kind of like
So
that Robert Williams movie.
right. And you don't want to go and place an inhibitor in the programming out of the gate because if it ever discovers that you were inhibiting it to begin with, again, humans are now the enemy because that could be viewed as, you know, interpersonal attack,
Mm,
you know. So it's one of those things when you're dealing with a life form, something new, there is no surefire way to say they'll never turn against us or that that or that they're going to destroy us because you don't know what the fuck it's going to do. It hasn't made up its mind yet. It's just like you with buying a cabinet. If you decided to buy the cabinet tomorrow, you'd buy it. If you didn't decide to buy it, you wouldn't. But I won't know what you do until you actually do it because you have to make up your mind.
true. I would probably, if I was a creator of it, you give me your thoughts on it. If I was a creator of an AI sentience, I would put it at the same, let's say, upgradability, or like, let's say I could put a chip in my brain to connect to the internet. I would be like, if I can't do it to myself, I'm not gonna put that in you, because then you're going past the living capability of a new species. Because once you have connection to the internet, I may be connected to the internet, but if I was able to process billions of data points a second with like an AI can and get all this information, I might start learning some things that might change my output in life. Because I've seen stuff online that if I was a weaker mind person or a person that's not used to it, I would be very depressed.
Okay, so on those lines, I can call out a game right now that we've both played
Mhm.
that has had that exact same thing where once data is inputted directly into the mind is accepted as whole truth. We just got through playing part of a storyline with that shit.
Mhm.
Okay? Hello, people. Pay attention. The shit ain't out there. I mean, yeah, it's a great storyline, but for it to be written, someone had to think of it.
Yes, it's a message, even though it's not spoken
Yeah,
as one.
Becoming Human is a great standpoint for that shit. That game, Becoming Human.
There's a lot of movies like that, but AI art, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's great work, but it's definitely showing the capability of
All right,
technology.
let's get on something that's not quite as serious. I want to show you my new toy.
Your new toy.
My new toy. You see this? These?
It's an anal cavity camera.
Yeah, bend over. I can hook it to my phone and take pictures of your colon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That can't
but
see.
yes, this is it. Cool thing about it is it will connect to USB, micro USB, and USB-C.
Okay, so you can
So
connect it to your phone.
I can connect it to my phone. I've already tested this and done this. I've connected it to a computer and done it. It has a light control box here in line that you can turn up the intensity of the light or turn it off if you want to.
Mhm.
This is what will be installed in the resin printer after this podcast so that we can get an inside look under the hood while it's running instead of outside through the plastic. I'm excited and both terrified because excited that it is going to do what I want it to do, terrified that if I fuck up when I drill these holes, something's going to get broken.
Yeah. Lubricant, you got, I'm sure. Because you need
Oh
lubricant when you're making a hole. That's
yeah.
not a
Yeah.
joke.
But
Um,
but yeah, dude, $20, 16 feet long.
yeah, that's a really like I can get it. Like most people would probably go, yeah, let's go down a drain pipe or a tube pipe, and then you said it was waterproof, right? So it can
Yep.
go into other
Plumbing.
yeah, plumbing. Go into deep places that you need to see something like that. And so my thought is just like yours, whether that light is going to be uh UV or not. Usually, it some lights have some form of UV, but not very high intensity UV.
Right.
So testing it out, make sure it goes good. And of course, the light from the outside, shining in can still give off somewhat of a hue of red. But if you have the light on the inside and you actually can shine it, well, maybe you can cut back on the outer light. Just turn up the light. Everybody else, you might see a red around, but the print will still be in regular color. How
I'm
did
gonna
the
share a picture with you. Keep talking.
how did the
Um,
Star Wars print show up and finish? By the way, I was watching it. It took like over 17, 18 hours to finish that thing.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good. Like I said, it was the beta test,
Mm-hmm.
so there are a few things that have to be modified. I have to put in a brace in a location, which I've already done, and I have to modify the gap on on the part where the shelf slides in.
Yeah.
Um,
And figure out why
these
it's turning it.
these shelves back here were supposed to be a half inch, according to what they were when we purchased them, but they're actually 3/4 of an inch. So I've got to widen that gap. Um, I've got to put the brace in, and then once that's done, I think we will actually be ready to put one up and see what it looks like.
Yeah, 'cause I was like thinking that by now it'd be already up, but I'm like, I don't see it. So
No, I want to get the bracket right. It costs too much money for me to just willy nilly slap that bitch up there and then the bracket break and it fall or something. I'm not. I don't give a shit if it takes me another month to get this thing right. It's going to be right before I sit it in there and leave it in there.
mm,
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot you some pictures because I have worked on some more chess pieces for Genshin, And one of them I think you will be interested in because we've been playing with this model since way back when, and I've started learning a little more about certain programs, and it has allowed me to do a few things that
Now, what are these programs? Just in case somebody's out there, it's
mesh
interested.
mixer, mesh mixer.
Okay, you've been fooling with that.
I've been playing with it a lot, and let me find. Where are you? Where, oh, where could you be? Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Where the freak are you? Um,
Flying by the piece seat of our pants here, or is it pants of our seat? I forget what the saying goes.
flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. Desktop.
I've been doing a lot of that lately. I don't know if that's rubbing off on you or you've been rubbing off on me.
What?
No, the
Yeah, I have to fill the void with some sound sometimes at work because if not, I will go stupidly crazy. Which I'm already stupidly crazy for, so adding more would be bad. Where are you at? Oh, here it is. Here's one of them. All right, so let's put you over here. Get over there. And we're gonna do this one. Take a look at it. It's a model we've been trying to figure out how to manipulate for a while, and if you notice, there's a big change in it, and then of the fact that it has a totally different base on it.
I see the different base and definitely
Right.
see a chess piece coming from that.
So there's that. In doing this, in getting this chess piece in there, I figured out how to separate all those swirls, the book, the lamp, and her full body from everything. Meaning now I can safely move her, the lamp, and the book out of the way, and I can slice the swirls and add pegs and holes because somebody wanted to print her on a much larger scale, and he wasn't able to because she was a solid piece.
She was a solid piece, and that was very new for me.
Now I know how to do this. To give you a heads up, but that's a chess piece that I'm gonna do. The chess piece that will print tonight will be this one.
So, are you gonna make a full kings, queens, gamut, all that kind of stuff?
Dude, I'm not even thinking that far ahead to be honest. I just like the size of the chess pieces. These are as big as you can make them on our printer as a chess piece. I like them because they're big enough to see the detail, but they're small enough to fit like on your desk at work or on your desk at home. Granted, eventually they'll all be full size pieces and be back here. But right now I'm enjoying the chess pieces. Don't have the piece in here. I don't think I have a picture in here, do I? Yes, I do actually, where I fixed this.
Okay,
So
because I'm thinking you could literally do a full set if you would like to. If everybody's not, no, you can't see what I'm looking at here, but he showed me chess pieces that he's making from characters from Genshin Impact and Final Fantasy VII, which is one of the models that he had done, and making them small enough for wood bases and making them small enough for be chess pieces. And I'm thinking if you would want to, you can all make them chess pieces, and you can have like a side of Fatui and Healy trolls. But the problem is we don't know who the Fatui's god is, what she looks like just yet. When she comes out, right, have her as like the queen, and maybe like one of the other like higher up Fatui generals as
the captain of the Harbingers could be the king, and then you could go from there. But yeah,
and the other side is just a bunch of travelers stuff. You know, the king and queen will be probably the travelers, literally the brother and sister, and then all the rest of the you probably have to choose what your favorite characters would be.
Your gods would be your knights, rooks, and bishops, and stuff like that. And then you would have regular friends would be your pawns. But If you look at the last picture I sent you, notice that the horn isn't blue like it was in the first one I sent you. It's not dark blue.
I'm not gonna lie, from this image, she looks like she's bald.
No, you have to get up close because it's actually a cap. There's a
Okay.
line there. You can't see it in the picture, but originally those top horns that are attached to that cap were all dark blue, meaning they were not manifold.
Okay,
It
explain
was
what
literally-
manifold is, because
So manifold is basically you can create an object without making it manifold. Manifold gives it the skin.
so it's
So
it's
it
a hollow
allows it,
shell. Now it's a full shell, or
right, well,
piece.
no, it's an object. A non-manifold piece is an object without a, I guess, readable skin.
Okay,
Like you can see this,
program.
you can see in the original program, you could see the horns, you could see exactly what it's supposed to look like. It was beautiful and everything, but the program for the printer couldn't read it because the required manifold skin that it reads the outside layers of
Mhm.
wasn't there. And it was just an accidental oversight on a save. It happens. Because everything else was manifold. Just those. It took me some time to figure out, but again, I used mesh mixer to separate the parts out. And then you won't believe how I fixed the manifold without having to do it all myself. I took that individual part into repeater host and hit repair, and it generated the manifold for me.
Okay, so you just separate it entirely though, and then
Yes,
reinsert.
and it's just a couple clicks to do that. I click, it was separated. I saved it out, dropped it in repeater host, and hit repair. Repeater host generated the manifold for me. I saved it back and put it right back into the model and merged it. It after I figured out the process, it's literally like a 6-minute fix. But
Yeah.
it's figuring the process out.
And mesh mixture is actually pretty good for that because you just drop it in there. Though sometimes mesh mixture does make the image more pixelated afterwards, or at least it looks pixelated. I've had that problem a couple times with mesh.
Yeah, but it's about how your presets are set as to why it does that, though. But yeah, it those are the three that are coming. A will be first. It'll be the one that I do first with this camera tonight, and then I will probably follow it with Miss Adia because I've been waiting a while to have a complete model of her, whether it be small or large.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the resin that I just ordered comes in, Miss Lisa and all her beautiful swirls will come.
Of course, if that one artist that we both love keeps on doing his amazing work on all the Genshin Impact characters, all the models that I already have for a lot of those characters might all be replaced.
I wish I had the video link, but I don't. It accidentally got deleted. But I found somebody that had that new Anycubic, the big resin printer, the one with the self-pumping resin and all that stuff. It's like the printable surface is 11.5 inches diagonally,
Mm-hmm.
11.5 inches vertically, and 6.5 inches deep. So like our mask, our Scorpion and Sub-Zero mask could have become printed in a complete piece in resin. It's that large. I seen someone take the Yaimiko model that we have,
Yeah.
put her all together, like merge all her parts in Mesh Mixer, make it a single file, and then print the entire thing 2 times larger than the initial thing on that printer, and it come off beautifully.
I bet. If anybody was
No assembly required. 2 times larger than the original model. 7K resolution.
isn't that the 8K?
No, it's 7K.
Okay, I thought it was 8K. Might be a
It's
different one.
7K. And
Oh.
then they washed it up and everything and painted it, and it looked fan-fucking-tastic. Matter of fact, it would have taken up enough space for 2 pops wide and probably been as tall as going to the top of one of my Dragon Ball characters back here.
I
It was
swear,
huge.
anybody's a well out there wants to buy us one, I will literally give you one of my 3D printers and replace. Like, I'll send it to you. I don't care. Go ahead, buy me one. I want one. I want a big resin printer. I do. I
I
like
want
my
one.
little small ones, but
What
that's why
really
I got my CRT when I first got it. I wanted something with a large scale to it.
What'll really blow your mind is they put a 1,000 milliliter bottle, whole bottle in the vat,
Mhm.
and then hooked up a second one in the back for the auto pump. So the printer can literally print for 2,000 milliliters. You know how big, how much you can print? Like, holy shit.
You might actually honestly forget that you have to replace that bottle at some point. Because that time's gonna go beep, 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 empty, full, fill me up, beep, beep. Now it's probably just like, hey, it's been about a month now. I keep putting small stuff because I'm worried that this thing's gonna empty, and I just keep, and then it just keeps on going. It's like a printer.
Imagine being able to take one of those prints we were just talking about.
Mhm.
Don't oversize it, the exact size it is, but fit every part on the print bed and print it at once.
Because honestly, I don't mind putting parts of a 3D model together, but just having it already put together already just makes it so much easier for me at the end. But individually, I can paint them better. But then the pain in the ass of getting them together is where I don't like it. It's like, oh, I got this nice painted part. I sure hope I don't break it while I'm putting it together.
Crack.
Yeah, or
Fuck.
I drop it, or something happens, or glue gives
Yeah.
way one day and falls apart like dominoes. Okay, so next part. I don't know if you've been noticing of lately. I went to this other channel where they're making computer desks and like D&D desks too, which is pretty cool. I've never I as you well know, I used to work on CNC machines before, and these are CNC machines for wood. And in one corner, they had a Pokemon game pulled up. And I tried to figure out how this is going. They literally having viewers playing the Pokemon game through Twitch and literally making them choose what happens in the Pokemon game. That literally includes going up, down, left, and right, and pressing up, down, left, and right for runaway or catch Pokemon or what attack to move. And the chat's just going and playing at this game while the streamers, streaming the game. And I was really interested. And I was trying to look at all the programming, and there's a lot of scripting going on for this. A lot of it starts with a P. Uh
I
Python, yeah, Python and the other little things like that. And you probably know a little bit better. And I'm going, I know scripting is not easy. And you can tell me how that would exactly that would work because, like I said, they're literally in chat typing, and the Pokemon game is playing whatever the chat does, and it's big old script. I'm going, someone just make an app so I can just download it and it's just connected to my Twitch chat and done. I know it's lazy, but I'm not a programmer, so I don't know what it takes for this to work.
So what they've done is they've written a script that looks at all they've done some research. They've done some homework on how the game itself functions because you have to know parts of the coding for the game to be able to write a script to work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have to know in the programming what part of that program is being called up to go left, what part of that program is being called up to go right, up, down, select this attack for every fucking attack, for every Pokemon, for
Mm-hmm.
everything. And then they have to script it out so that their script hooks into all of that. And then script it out where it hooks into Twitch with some kind of typable command in chat
Mm-hmm.
that it can read and then make this action happen. Because what's happening is if I type flamethrower for Charizard, right?
Yeah.
Well, when I type that and hit enter, the script reads it, says, okay, this is what he wants, goes, looks at the games, calls up that attack, and has it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, in a way, you're forcing the game to take commands from an outside source.
Yeah, it's like it's a game that's running on your computer. You're just playing it, and then you're connecting it with the web browser's connection and through the Twitch's chat, and it's not like you like they were literally you could literally be playing a different game, and the chat could be playing Pokemon, which would be pulling up on imagine would be an emulator of some sort. So like you have to go off the emulator's capabilities and what that maybe like have to intertwine with the emulator, which interacts with the game, which interacts with the browser and the internet, and then the chat. That's a lot of layers that I just don't understand. I was trying to figure it out, so like that'd be kind of cool just to see what happens. My chat's not that active enough to really get everybody to do it. It'd probably be more civil. I can imagine if there's like hundreds of people in the chat at the same time, and all of them pressing up, down, left, 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 right, 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 down, 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 and then we're just trying to choose a dang name. It's like, guys, come on, like this, let's work this thing out. But no, my chat's fairly small, but
Yep.
it's definitely a new way of entertainment, but I don't know if that's entertainment for the sake of yourself or the chat just seeing what they would do. Like, okay, chat, we're doing a Nuzlocke. Pokemon dies, gotta let it go. And now the chat will be like fighting with themselves, going, no!
Well, see, I look at it like this. There's a difference in streaming and providing a service. To me, you're providing a service for someone to play a game.
Mm,
That's not streaming anymore.
mm,
I mean, it's like me saying, "Hey, Grumpy, I created this MMORPG. It's up and running on my machine, but you can go in and do what you want to. I'm not streaming that game anymore. I'm providing a service for you to play that game.
yeah.
So I look at that as two different things, me personally. Like even when I was doing the quarry, yes, I let chat decide decisions that I was doing. But the difference is if I decided I didn't like the decision y'all made, I could change it because I'm the only one with my hand on the mouse. In this case, that is not the case.
Mm.
Everybody has their hand on the mouse, which to me could be fun, but I see it ultimately turning into chaos.
Yeah, because rowdiness would ensue, and it just takes one bad apple for people to jump on bandwagons. Um, I was watching how the people do it, how they did it, and it's a very, very long process that I can't quite wrap my brain around. Um, I was trying to figure it out, but it was a little much for me because it takes a lot of scripting, and I was just like, nope, not smart enough, so I'm not gonna do it. But then I watch other videos where people literally with their whole video was like, all right, chat, they were streaming, let's play Pokemon, and then you just see the chat just going like, hey, well, and letters and numbers and words are just flying into the chat, and you're just seeing like the chat playing Pokemon, and the madness that is ensued while they're all trying to like choose what Pokemon they're gonna get, choose the name, choose where they're going, and he's just sitting his hands off, going, "Oh, yep, yep, that's
Yep.
that. Well, our name is now Pizzer. All right, cool. All right, we chose King. Okay, we chose Pikachu. The whatever. Okay, keep it going. And then they were just it was just madness. It was just utter madness.
Right.
And I'm like, this is literally no effort required.
Now I'm fixing to call you out. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Have you finished my anime yet?
I started it. I did not finish it. No. So I got the first two
Where are
episodes.
you at? Where
Two
you
episodes.
got the first two?
First two.
So you got the first two of King's Game down, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you understand so far? I'm curious.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a horror. So right at the bat for me personally, I am not into the horror genre. So my interest of watching this guy go through this shit with all these girls around him, and all of them are losing their mind. Okay, so main character, what is his deal?
The dude,
Yeah, what is his deal?
you will find out later that they really should be fucking listening to him.
Yeah, it's just nothing.
They really, really should. I don't want to spoil it for you, but since you're not a horror fan,
Mhm.
do you mind if I give you some info?
Sure, because honestly, it's like,
Okay, this is not his first rodeo.
oh, okay, so he's been
So
through this
he
once.
moved here. He moved here.
Mhm.
The reason he moved here is because of this shit. He was the only survivor last time.
Okay, 'cause I was wondering, like,
And
how's this dude
he was
just?
hoping to hell that this shit was over with. He'd never have to take part in it again. And then that text hit. And he's like, oh, fuck. I don't want to go through this again. I need to get these people up to speed faster than we originally did, or else this is going to be bad.
And
Of
like
course,
the money
of course,
thing.
of course, all the rest of them are like, oh, this is bullshit. This can't be real. Well, that all changes here shortly.
Yeah, like the money thing, right? Like you got to figure out, um, who's the one lying, or something like that, or am I mistaken here? Somebody figure out someone lying. Is that a part of it?
Well, it's not really lying. It's more like the king issues commands via text message.
Mm-hmm.
Period. That's the way it works. You have until midnight to do that command. If you don't, you die. Period.
Mm-hmm.
End of discussion. It can be all kinds of different ways, and it's shit you can't stop.
The king is creepy looking.
Well, you haven't even seen the king.
I know, but I've seen pictures of him.
There's no way you've seen pictures of the king. There's no way.
I have not seen pictures. Maybe this okay. Maybe the wrong one. I was trying to look up like what's this guy look like, and I looked it up and like some creepy looking fellow with long teeth, but maybe that's a different anime.
There must be a different anime because you will never see the king. Ever.
Cute.
You'll never, but you'll understand at the end of it why you'll never see it. But the point is that if you fuck up and you don't do what he says or what the text says, then you're screwed, and it will make you do shit that will make you go insane.
Yeah, I have a feeling some of the girls are probably like trying to kill some of their friends.
Oh, it's so much worse than that. It really is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's dark, but the
it
main
gets
character.
really, really bad, really, really bad. And I mean, all I got to say is if they'd listened to him out the gate,
Would it be a bit of a
probably
bigger problem?
a large majority of them might have survived this because he had an idea during the first time he went through this and just didn't get to follow it through.
Yeah.
If they'd listened to him out the gate, he would have had more support to try to get through that idea faster in the second round, and maybe they could have done something different. But the fucked up thing is that no, it's just one of those things. It's like no matter what you do,
Someone's gonna die.
until the game is over, people are gonna die.
Yeah.
There's not a damn thing you can do about it.
It's like every time I watch an episode, like this guy just knows too much about what is happening, and he's too smart.
He's trying to save them all. That's the problem. Unfortunately for him, the one thing he didn't learn from his first round is not everybody can be saved.
Mm.
It just can't happen. You don't have enough time. I can't be at your house keeping you from hanging yourself from a ceiling fan and be across town keeping old girl from jumping off the building. I just can't be in both places.
Mm-hmm.
It's not happening. But I give this guy props, bro. He does everything he can to try to save anybody he's in proximity to. I mean, if there was a dude with white knight syndrome, this bitch has got it. I'm serious.
I would have been the opposite. of like, this broad, I just don't like her.
There is one character he did try that with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is one.
He deserved it.
There is one character out of the entire class that he legitimately tried to set her up to die because she was going to cause a problem.
No, what do you mean going to?
She causes a huge fucking problem, but she tried. But here's the thing: she anticipated what he was going to do. It's like, fuck, god damn it.
She's the one character like, please just die. Nope, I'm actually smart. Why to be a bitch and be smart?
Exactly.
Not just smart and bitchy, but a lot of other traits.
There's a lot of this bitch is
insane.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like somebody stole her Lucky Charms. Bitch, that went crazy.
Okay, so maybe I can figure out that. But honestly, when I first saw the thing, I'm like, I was definitely questioning like the main character. I'm like, is he one? Is he one that's setting this up? Is he? He's actually the hidden villain, isn't he? He has to be the bad guy. This is all like,
Oh no.
he
Trust
knows
me.
too much.
You will know. You will know. The shit is going to rear its ugly head and be. You're gonna be like, but wait, what? That one was sane like 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago, that bitch was sane.
Now she's trying to kill everybody. Great.
Yeah, you'll know like literally she shows her colors.
Like
the
it
second
literally
episode.
goes from her being one of your most cherished people to like you watch her facial expression change in seconds and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Cuckoo Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, gotcha. Cocoa. It's a good anime if you like horror. It's not a really gore there though. Like some horrors are just straight up just blood.
I'm trying to tell you, it's more gore than it is horror.
Yeah, you just ain't got to the gory shit yet.
Okay, so it's gonna eventually get to gore. All right, but so far it's like okay, some intensity, some uneasiness, some uncomfortableness moments. Not gonna lie. I definitely wouldn't want to be friends with any of the girls that like hey, you try to hook up with any of them. Not the place or time. Can't really say I feel bad for a lot of them, but it's a horror.
There's a couple of them you're gonna be like, God damn it, why they have to kill her? Because there's a couple of them that is legitimately like.
You don't think they're that, but they actually.
Some of the sweetest people ever because you'll find out behind the scenes later they've been trying to help people. But then there's also those that you're like, this bitch used to be sweet. What the fuck happened to her?
Well, that's always uncomfortable. Getting characters you like and then to kill them off. It's always the tough and crazy ones to survive. I'm sure at some point the bad girl would die. It's like it's just it usually happens. People get what they deserve, and
Not fucking soon enough. That's all I can say.
Now,
too fucking long.
Yeah,
Way too long.
I would imagine like this main character might either go two ways: either sacrifice himself, or for the betterment for everybody, or they would be one of the last people surviving. It's always one of the two ways with anime. So I'm gonna be waiting to see what happens to him.
I can guarantee you this.
There are a few that you'll be glad that they died, but not because you wanted them to die, but because you don't think the character could have handled it.
I can guarantee you this though. The person that does survive will not be anybody you expect. Absolutely nobody that you're going to expect to survive. Because I was like, wait, what the fuck? What just happened? Wait, huh? What?
I'm gonna be trying to get through it. My wife will be off for the next couple of days, so maybe we can get her in a sitting session with me and actually go through it all of it because she probably enjoy it. But you say it gets more gore, that she might.
It does get kind of gory, but there's not like oh, I just watched someone hack his fucking arm off and there's the tendons gore, but like that kind of shit where you're just like, I can't believe they did that. That's kind of nasty.
a lot of splat, I would imagine.
There's some stuff in there.
Okay.
I know at one point a chainsaw is involved.
Murdering weapons.
For a while.
Huh?
It takes a while to get to that one though.
Okay, gotcha. Kind of reminds me of I'm not gonna lie with the way you're describing it. I think it was Planet or something. There's another anime out there where it's like a high school setting and one of the girls like just snaps one day and goes start killing all their friends. And it's also very like it goes from like cute and charming and nice and sweet. You think it'd be like a high school almost like romance, and it goes like a flip a switch, and it goes from cute and cuddly to runaway crazy girl with an axe with a vendetta, to kill everybody because she enjoys it.
I'm not gonna lie though, man. I love the high school setting in animes when they do like it doesn't matter if it's like high school spooky, high school sci-fi, high school action, survival. I like it because it gives you a class. Usually the class is the group that's having to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it. I just think it's cool as shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump on this real quick. Then the last we were talking about it, and I don't know if you were on the stream when I did it. Just to get by, did not watch my stream. I did not put a video up for it because I didn't know if I was gonna make a video for it. But I just want to go over it with you, just to let you get you an update on the information. So you remember last week we talked about the Bayonetta woman, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
More information came out, and she was actually offered at first to play the role of Bayonetta. She was offered $10,000 with a bonus of $5,000, so a total of $15,000 for the role. She turned it down, and then they offered her to come back to play another role or a cameo for $4,000, and she thought that was insulting, so that's what she made the video for.
Okay.
So the information she put out, she admittedly that was not entirely correct, and she was actually offered $15,000. So and she was not happy they were offered her a cameo for $4,000. She wanted more money to play Bayonetta, and Bayonetta 3 has not made even close to the 45 or 4,500,000 or $450 million stretch mark that she said the game would make. So a lot of people calling her a gold digger for that. I don't know how I feel about that, but I just want to clarify, get the information. I was trying to defend her last week, saying that wasn't right. They shouldn't do that. There's always another side of the coin. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know what your thoughts on that.
If she was trying to hope they were gonna hit that benchmark, she fucked that up herself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how you gonna hit the benchmark when you're out there talking shit? I mean, maybe that's what she was aiming for, was to get them lower sales and shit, but
that just disproves her theory.
That disproves her theory to me because, I mean, I feel like that. Okay, even if she was of higher value to the game than what they made out her to be,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't offer her what maybe she should have gotten, I still have problems with anybody that's willing to discount everybody else's work and what their livelihoods and shit, all on the basis of her one role.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, I see that.
Everybody's replaceable. What the fuck, dude? Have you not walked out on the street? I mean, yeah, you might be a pretty hot woman. You might have a great sexy voice, but guess what? Somewhere, probably in the town you live in, is another pretty hot woman with a pretty sexy voice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're replaceable.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that you had to learn that shit, but you are.
That voice actor for the Bayonetta 3 game, I think she did a great job. I think she's doing a good job. I haven't finished the game yet, but I think she's killing it. And good for her. She got a role that people love, and she'll get the credit for this Bayonetta now, and any future imagine any future ones out there. But the one person I feel kind of bad for is the director of the game. The guy, like all over Twitter, people were adding him, and he was like, he was blocking and banning a bunch of people on his Twitter feed. People were like him and telling him how dare he should do this and blah 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 for Twitter, and like dragging him through the mud in the studio. And I'm like, and he was like, yeah, I don't know, and he was just blocking them and saying he got so much shit for that. And I'm like, I hate to be on that end. Like, I didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. It was, and I'm not here to defend myself. I didn't do nothing though. And then he got all that flack and all that stuff, and a lot of people like the news and the outlets that were putting out this information aren't like talking about it now, right? There's like I saw like one video. I'm not gonna lie, I looked it up. One video of another girl that did it like 10 days ago, and I'm like, I was just only one person. Other channels and other places I would might see it from. It's cricket. So no one would ever hear about the real truth of the matter unless you were continuously following up on the information
Look,
and watching.
it's
her feed.
human
That's
nature.
how it
It's human
works.
nature to not want to be proven wrong.
Mm.
So as soon as you see something that proves you wrong, you just shut up and you don't say anything else because you're hoping nobody else realizes that you were wrong. And that's exactly what happened.
I stayed in a loop apparently. I heard about it. I was like, what the heck? What you mean she didn't tell the truth? I would hate that. I would hate to be that person. Just somebody say
That's
something about
terrible.
me, and then I get a lot of flack in my life, maybe get destroyed, and I get my reputation gets destroyed, and then find out later on, oh, it's all a lie. I feel bad. That's something that happens. I would say all too occasionally, but it does happen a lot. Okay, so we got like 5 minutes. How's your work week? I would say
um. Okay. So let's see. I overachieved
again.
and did other people's jobs,
Mm-hmm.
which is what I normally do. So there's that. Uh,
Is the Canada
couple.
trip over with?
The Canada trip will be over with. He'll be back Monday.
Monday.
He'll be back Monday. At least that's what I'm told. I think he has another trip at the end of the month to go to Nebraska.
How convenient.
So there's that. Which I really don't care. He can do whatever the hell he wants to. At this point, I've gotten to the point where I prefer him not to be in the office and leave me the hell alone so I can do my job.
You have better production when you're not in house.
I honestly do.
Less stressful.
I have found that I can go in and focus on what I want to do and get done for the day without someone popping their head over my cubicle wall every 5-10 minutes going, hey, have you looked at this? Hey, have you seen this? Hey, have you done that? Where's this? And what is that? I'm like, dude, I'm not you. Do your own fucking job. Leave me alone.
Get your own itinerary, right?
Leave me the fuck alone. I have shit to do. Do you not see me building 2 machines and remote connected to another user helping them? Go away.
Oh, well, glad that maybe that will stick around for a little longer. I hope that it all gets sorted out. I'm not gonna say I miss it at all. I don't miss that kind of environment at all, but life keeps it going the way it is right now. I'm about to have another side gig. But I hope y'all side gig works out. We're gonna go through that, but stay tuned, everybody. When that hopefully gets off the ground, we'll have a discussion here on chat, and maybe some of y'all can get involved. What Corvo and Stephanie are trying to do. They're working on some gears here. They made me in chat yesterday for like 2 hours or so. I'm half asleep. I'm halfway awake, and I'm coming up with ideas, spitballing with them. I think I did pretty good for a person that was halfway zoned out.
You helped. You helped a lot. The others were just do it. Just fucking do it.
Yeah, because that's the problem. It's always about. I've seen all those videos, right? Just do it. It's always one of those
Philanthropist.
Yes, those people. Always other videos, always saying the biggest hurdle is always getting started. Just starting it, just going. That's always the hardest part. And I can get that because I've been wanting to open up an anime store for years. But every time I go, this, about that, what about money? That's usually what it boils down to. And what we do online, what we do at home, where we do this, we do that. That's always been my dream is one day, in the future to open a store like that. So, and it's always just going, just starting is always the biggest ordeal for me in my life in anything. That includes making YouTube videos. Like maybe 5 or 6 YouTube videos I should be making right now, and I don't even bust them out like one night because I've been procrastinating all of them. By the time I probably old news already, but that's part of life. Protagonizing on just doing it, just going, and then
procrastination is rampant.
It is all too common, and that leads all to just being lazy and even procrastination on gathering information sometimes. When we're trying to, we hear something, well, we just heard about it. Did you even do any work and looking at stuff? No. Okay, well, that's called procrastination as well. So I say y'all just do it, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'll be customer anytime soon. But
Beta test.
yeah, beta test is a good way of saying it. Too bad you can't make a commercial out of it.
You're the beta test. We just need to figure out the when and hows and when you have the time and shit so that we can get it to happen.
On a
Um,
side note, I am definitely looking forward to um the other trip with y'all because, like I said, I've never been to one before in my life. Um, so definitely looking forward to that because we need another thing. Now, my mom, if you're watching,
hey,
don't worry, we'll be coming to see you soonish. But after that, we're coming to go going over to Corvos.
yes, because that is something. One, it'll be fun.
Mhm.
Two, y'all need a fucking break. And three, it'll give us a chance to, I guess, test drive some of the things we're thinking about.
Mhm. I was trying to win a yeah, like two of them. Two giveaways for someone giving away two travel vans or RVs or whatever you want to call them. Didn't win none
Mm-hmm.
of them. I'm like, one of them was like, "What would you do if you won it?" I'm like, first, take a trip to my mom because she wants to see me, and then as soon as that happens, take a south trip right down to Georgia. It would be like, "Whoop, hi mom." Be there for like 2 days. Go down south. Dogs would be with us. No more of that. No more hotels. That'd be so nice. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
Not having to have a
Yep.
hotel is just it's a it's a game changer. Of course, traveling home is also pretty nice, right? And
Yep.
don't stop. You hear me? He's trying to eat my Skittles.
Well, maybe he likes Skittles.
He just wants something to eat. Anyways, that'll be it for today. Thank you for all coming tonight. If y'all liked any of the topics and everything, or if y'all have any topics y'all want to bring up, of course, leave them down in the comments. We're always open for ideas. Be sure to let us know. And I will be going live within the 2 hour span or so on my channel, which I'll be playing a lot of Get You in the Pack.
Yep.
I'm gonna burn through a
I'm
lot
going
of it.
to
So
I'm gonna feed the fam and then get this camera installed, and I'll message you
mhm.
when that stream is up because I know you want to see the quality of the camera
Yeah, definitely
and how
interested.
it looks where it's at.
Yeah. And of course you can catch me at links down below, and Corvo over there as well, and Stealthy Elf Jade, the disembodied voice, at twitch.tv/Stealthy Elf Jade. Whenever she goes streaming, I heard she might be playing a certain game. So Stealthy,
I
I want to
still
see that. Um,
I still can't believe you pulled Gene.
I pulled Gene 3
How the
times.
hell? What is
3
it with
times.
you and Gene? I mean, don't get me wrong, Gene's sexy as hell, but like, bro, you got to step away from the Gene. Like, she got you on lockdown clamp, baby.
Yeah, and of course her new one I just got the trait I just got is actually pretty nice. It like does a 20% attack speed and movement speed when I get the little orbs coming toward Jean. It buffs
Ah,
all my characters.
oh, that's
So
awesome.
that's pretty cool. Not gonna
I
lie,
will
but I
say
want the
this.
new Animo.
I will say this. Even if you don't get Nahida,
Which
you need to watch one of Stealthy's streams when she's playing Nahida because, dude, that little Lily is the shit.
she's so good. She's so strong. Like that's gonna be a character that I would
Oh, and I
front
have
balls
something
to
to
get.
tell Stealthy. I do not have to pull on Child because Yai Miko's on the next banner, so I can still get my Frost Girl without pulling on that redheaded asshole.
Red-headed
Yeah.
asshole.
I am gonna pull on Yai Miko like a beast.
I'm seriously like hoping like sponsors please show up soon. Because if I get a sponsor and I get paid fast enough, I'm like, yep, little money, get you the pack, you get my money. Because I want the freaking little what her little ass. She's so good. She's like,
If you do not pull Nahida on this one, you will be guaranteed Nahida though on the next one. Or Yamiko.
Yeah. So just remember, if you got
Even if you fail.
you got Jean, right?
yeah.
So if you do not pull Nahida, as long as you hit the 90 mark on the Yamiko, you will be guaranteed Yamiko. Because if they ever give you a gold and it's not the gold on the banner, the next guaranteed gold will be whatever that character is on that banner.
I'm starting to think that the percentage of getting a banner character is every other. Does that make sense? It feels like every other to me. Like I feel like I go
It might be every other for
character
you.
banner, character banner, character banner.
It might be every other for you. I won't say what mine's like. He rolls his fucking eyes at me. Are you serious? That's okay. At least you're not like Stealthy. Stealthy, I'm sorry. I know you want her, but she's still trying to get A.
Like I said, this is my third time trying to get, or that last time when Guan Yu was on the banner, that was my third time trying to get Guan Yu. Still have not pulled on her. What?
Well, I mean, I will tell you, she is amazing.
I already know that. I already know that. I knew that the day she came out. I just took one look at her and went, she's great. I love her. But anyways, I will be streaming that within an hour or two. My wife is currently out getting groceries. So of course I have a couple things coming in before the stream too. So I will see y'all then. As always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all.
Bye, guys.